What's up, Rhody Nation? You're watching URI Just Getting Started podcast. This is episode 29. I'm your host, Scott Brand. I would like to say, if you want to be notified of upcoming guests, we have a star-studded group of guests. Listen to this one, Connor. We have the great Kenny Johnson coming up next month, or this month, actually. Also, Tammy Reese, greatest coach ever to coach at URI, and probably the top New England coach. And, the football team is doing really well. And I want to spread this out a little. So we have this excellent player. He's an All-American, Jordan Jones. He decided to come on later on in September. And after that, it's just the list keeps going. So please hit that big red button, subscribe. While you're at it, hit the bell so you're notified, and you don't want to miss these, and they're just going to keep getting better. But while we're at it today, we have an excellent guest today, Connor Dubsky. One programming note, after the show, stay on. We have some bonus coverage of the great Jimmy Barron, maybe the best shooter of all time. What I'm leading to is Connor was one of the best shooters in DMV this year. And, is he going to be rivaling Jimmy Barron? We'll see that. So you stay on afterwards. You watch some of the shots that he made in his career. We're going to show a little bit to Connor as well, see what he thinks. It's pretty insane what he can do. But I was watching your video, and it's pretty insane with what you could do too. And we'll be seeing that too. But first of all, how are you, Connor? I know you're really busy at your new school.
I'm doing good. Just getting used to the living situation and the workload, but everything is well. Classes are going well, practice is going well. The team, it looks like it's coming together. Everybody's liking each other. It's a pretty new team too, so and a lot of new faces, a lot of different playing styles. So everything's going well so far.
Well, I made a point not to call you a sniper or a great shooter because I don't think you like that. I remember hearing you in another podcast. It takes away from the rest of your game. So I didn't do that. I didn't make that mistake. Tell me why. I know the answer, but tell me why you're much more than just a shooter.
Well, I used to be just labeled as a shooter, but as time went on, the workouts I was doing, I was putting the ball on the ground more, learning how to shoot off the bounce, like with pull ups, hezzies, side steps, step backs, all of that stuff. And that really opens up my game because once you label me as a shooter, that means I can just go right by you with the rip or a jab. So it's just going to open up all three levels of scoring. And I think I'm a pretty creative scorer. I can pretty much score in every way off the backboard, floaters, layups, and get to the free throw line. So that's what I would say.
So you're what they call a three-level scorer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have the elite range, you have the mid-range and turnaround jumper, and then you could take it to the hole. So that's that's what I call a three-level scorer. And how is Putnam? This is your new school. Where did you go before? Tell me about the high school you were at in Virginia and
Yeah.
what that was like.
So I went to St. Stephen, St. Agnes in Alexandria, Virginia. It's Episcopalian school, private school, about 400 kids. It was the coaching staff was great. I mean, they gave me the confidence. They gave me the keys to success. I mean, they were giving me, they were telling me what I should do, what I should work on, and that's all I did. And like as games came, I was just performing super well, wasn't making really many mistakes. I was more of a role guy, so I didn't have any big like responsibilities. But as the season progressed, they showed they showed me that I have a bigger responsibility to score the ball when I come in because if someone doesn't have it going, I'm the first one off the bench because I didn't start. So it was really fun though. I mean, I met a lot of great people, a lot of great teachers, friends.
Putnam, it's a great school. You're there for the reason of improving your game. It's another level up. Does that
Yeah.
mean you're not going to play AAU, or is that all you're doing is playing at Putnam, or are you going to have a AAU team too?
Yeah. So basically, I this is going to be my senior year. So I'm a
Mm-hmm.
class of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, well, since I'm committed and I sign in November, I think when you sign, you're not allowed to play AAU anymore. So
Oh,
once I
okay.
sign, you know, like I think I think a lot of people think it's just post grad, but
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go for my senior year so I could get the full experience of prep and the competition level, which will get me ready to play at college. So yeah, that's basically.
Well, I'm going to give you a little homework and to show you that you're on the right track. We have two videos. Horace Papillon's one of the greatest guards of all time, and he went to prep school and flourished. And then DeJuan Robinson, who was one of the best guards in 2000, he played in Philadelphia high school and went to prep in Maine. And he had so many offers after that. Not that you need any offers, but you have some really good players on your team already. You're not going to be the go-to guy. Well, a big element of this podcast is overcoming obstacles, and every single one of our guests has had to. And for you definitely had to. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when you weren't getting the offers, you must have been in you could have been in a down place. Maybe you weren't, but your trainers kept you up, I believe, and told you they're going to come in. But
Yeah.
that was definitely an obstacle, don't you think, to overcome?
Yeah, like um it was kind of hard for me because when I was at so this is my second school I went to. I went to a public school my freshman year. When I was a sophomore, I went to Bishop O'Connell
Yeah.
and I played some games. I had some good games my sophomore year, but then my junior year, it was kind of the COVID year, and they had brought in maybe 8 or 9 transfers, and that really like messed up my momentum as a basketball player and my confidence. So yeah, I wasn't in a super down place, but I was down enough to where you could tell like yeah, I didn't think I was progressing as a basketball player. I don't think I was getting better. Um, yeah, they really gave me like I really surrounded myself with people that support me and love me, like, and they motivate me. So as soon as they gave me the reassurance, it was just more time in the gym, and they kept telling me like, you don't even have to worry. You're gonna find a better school. You're gonna really succeed. And I really told myself like, time will tell, because that's a really big thing for me. So as time was getting told, like I was getting better as a player. Then I started picking up offers, and then I committed. And it was like, you think about it, that was only a year or two ago that I was down there, and now I'm
Hmm.
up.
Yeah.
So it's a journey, but everybody's path is different. And you just, like you said, you got to get through the obstacles no matter what. Just you have a small circle, like surround yourself with people that want to see you succeed and have similar interests.
Oh, you can easily have given up. There were two choices, and you made the other choice and just stayed positive and worked really hard, and look what it got you. Well, let's go to the videotape.
Well, this was in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, okay. So it was Virginia Beach, and or how many teams were there?
There was a lot of teams there. It's a big gym. It's like probably 12 courts on there you could put.
Wow.
And there's a second like row of courts to the right of that where I'm standing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more courts to the right.
So
But this was in Virginia Beach. This was a hoop group. So this is all the brands can play in this one.
and there's just some phenomenal teams and players.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's go and see the great Connor Dubsky here, and feel free to chime in. It's a little noisy. That's the
Mm,
pull-up shot you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, that looks like a
yeah.
pretty lethal shot. Then you went right inside on that. Wow.
That's what I was talking about right there. That's a hezzy pull-up. That's what it's called.
But you have excellent form.
It's a lot of my game is more technical. You work on the micro skills. You can really beat any defender.
I could see already how you're a 3-level scorer.
Yeah.
And you,
know,
your team won how many games? 4?
In this tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4. We were short on players. A lot of people were getting hurt this tournament.
What were your averages? They were pretty good, weren't they? From the
yeah, I average. Yeah, I was shooting 40, 50, 90, I believe. I think I had like 19 a game.
I've heard you have a 35-foot vertical leap.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's pretty good for a shooting guard. You're not really a shooting guard. And there'll be times when maybe your 3-point shot, like you said, is off. The best shooters always have tough games, so you could go over to, like you said, your mid-range or your other go inside or I think that's a good example of what we're going to be getting next year at Rhode Island. We're all obviously excited. Anything you want to note on that? That's pretty much how you're describing your game, and now we're seeing it that you described earlier in the podcast, and we got to see it in display. Exactly what you said. But one of those 3-pointers, you looked like you kicked your leg out, and you were really off balance, and it went in.
Yes. Yeah, like when you shoot, like the way I shoot is when you fade, you kick your leg, so it regains your balance and your stability and your shoulders to the basket, because you don't want to shoot looking a different way. When you kick your leg and you turn your shoulders, it's like a regular jump shot. You just a little bit of lean. So I mean, I do that on my mid range too.
At the end of the day, I thought I saw that you are a 3-star. Not that it really matters, and we have plenty of 3 stars and 4 stars, and the 3 stars were better than the 4, and sometimes the 2 stars were better than the 3. Did you ever move into that 3-star realm? And is there still time? It sounds, petty, but our fans.
I believe that I believe I'm good enough to be put on the top of the top, but obviously, that's just a more publicity thing and getting your name out there. But I believe I'm like a 4-star maybe, but 3. Like I don't really care about the rankings. Like that's just me. Like, I don't think I was ever ranked. I know I should be, but I really pay no mind to that type of stuff, because when you start paying attention to that stuff, your mind gets away from the work you need to put in.
You're also a really great student, 3.66. So I don't know how, when I see great basketball players, I don't know how they're able to get great grades as well when you're a top student, but it must be important to you, your school.
Yeah, I mean, like my mom and dad, like they get on me, but they also let me be accountable for myself.
And those are the statistics you've had from.
Yeah, that's 40, 50, 90. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that was from the tournament. And Coach Johnson was just talking about how you're able to do so well in such a elite tournament with it. I'm sure this was the hardest competition that you faced possibly in your career for the first time, and you performed instead of just having to learn and adjust. You dug right in and performed, and I think a lot of people left that tournament with a different idea of you, and you are a top conversation.
You gotta take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you, because a lot of basketball players are not given the opportunity, and when they do, they fold in the moment. So, like, it's like a confidence thing. Like, Kobe is all about confidence, and he's never nervous because he puts in so much work. And that's kind of where I'm thinking. Like my mindset is, I'm shooting 51 from the floor, 40 from the three, and 92 from the free throws because you put the work in, you get the results.
Yeah. And last year, we had a really good team, players wise. We're very athletic. We never seemed to have a front line as talented as we did last year. I don't remember the last time with the Mitchell twins, but we couldn't shoot foul shots, and it was down so low that I think if they even hit average amount, not such a poor rate, they could have maybe even made it into the NCAA or NIT, but they couldn't beat anyone because they were missing so many foul shots. So we really need a 92% or foul shooter. A few other things that people are saying, or you're saying too, defense wise, like you said, you're not just a shooter and you can guard the 1 to 3. You have
Yeah,
pretty good size.
I'm still like, I'm getting used to it here because the
Mm-hmm.
different like coaching and defense philosophies are different. And like, there's a lot of like faster guards here. And it's only making me better though when I'm guarding them is because like they're quicker than me. So I
Mm-hmm.
got to be more reactive and it's only making me better. So I would say I'm good at guarding, but because I have a good contest because I have long arms. But like if I can guard my yard, I think I'll be great.
Yeah.
So
If you could guard your, what was that you said?
guard the yard, so that means like
There's a
not
lot
let
of
them go
terms I'm
past you.
learning today. This is great for me. Guard your yard.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. You have a lot of, you have a whole nother language there that I need to catch up on. But well, that's good. And, you know, the defense, like you said, you have long arms. I wasn't even aware of that. So that comes in being able to guard 3 different positions, including the 3. And now your ball handling is getting better, and you're
yeah,
saying that you can run the offense a little bit. So that's another plus. I'm
yeah. I
sure
mean,
you're working on that.
yeah, I would say like I'm more labeled as a shooting guard, but I could also be a combo guard because I think I have enough patience and like pace to play, like bringing up the ball. Because if someone's guarding me at 94 feet, like obviously I can't play at the same speed because
Yeah.
if you play at the same speed, you're really slow. So if I'm changing my pace, direction, get into the half court, because half court is my bread and butter, because I can really break down people off the jab or off the dribble. So
Well,
I can guard the 1 to 3 and I can play the 1 to 3. It doesn't matter.
well, you bringing up 94 feet defense, and one of the best. It was brought in from Shaka Smart is a VCU, which is
Mm-hmm.
predicted to be third. A phenomenal team this year, and their Havoc defense is 94 feet. We've done well
Mm-hmm.
against it. We've had some great teams, and we played aggressively towards it. So that'll be something that you'll see, and I think with your skills, you're really
Mm-hmm.
helpful in their defensive efforts. Maybe they'll have to pull it back. They have before when we were breaking it down. So we'll see on that. This is phenomenal. Some people feel the DMV is the best area in the country for high school players. So you're one of the top jump
For
shooters there.
sure. For sure.
That's a great compliment right there.
Yeah. Like from a confidence standpoint, like I think I'm the best shooter in the nation.
Well, right here in this picture, you look like you believe you're the best. And I mean that in a good way because we don't want someone without confidence.
Yeah.
And the way you said that is very genuine. So I believe it. Uh, and that's really, you have that shooter's mentality. And we've had some great guests on before, and 2 of the best cards were Silk Owens and Pappy Owens. And they both said similar things. Silk Owens said
Mm-hmm.
every time he took a shot, he believed it was going in. And then Pappy Owens, a different player, said he wouldn't take a shot if he didn't think it was going in. So
Mm-hmm.
they have that confidence, and that's what works with the players. and I think you'll have the same confidence as them because they're it gets pretty intense in Atlantic 10, especially when the conference schedule starts. You're
Yeah.
working on finishing with the left and defending the dribble drive, I understand.
Yeah, I think the dribble drive is more the it speaks more to me than the finishing with the left. I think I can finish with my left hand pretty well, if I'm being honest. But
Yeah.
I mean, people watch my games. I'm not one. I can use both hands, but finishing it with the left, like obviously, like it's different when you're playing against bigger guys because you have to have more touch off the backboard and around the rim. So obviously, I need to work on that. But defending the dribble drive is something I'm improving right now because this team is really defensively oriented. So
Hmm.
that's something I have to keep in mind and something that I work on every day.
And
So
traditionally, the Atlantic 10 has been a guard-oriented league. Now we're starting to get some great big men, but they're phenomenal guards that are really quick and penetrate. So
mhm.
that's going to be very important, and you understand what you need to do in that area. And then we were talking about decision day. Well, these are all the schools that wanted you, and it was a few, and then it became 18. So that's pretty remarkable. Maybe you haven't even taken it in what happened yet. Maybe it's just happened so fast, and
No,
you're
I did. It
seeing
literally happened. It literally happened over like 3, 4 days,
yeah.
and it was hard to marinate like into my mind because I had so much going on.
Hmm.
Because like first weekend I was in DMV, second weekend was in Massachusetts, so it was like my phone is blowing up. So
Yeah.
it's like phone call, hi, how you doing? This is Coach who and so and so. That's like it's just conversations day after day, but that's what you want. That's not a lot of people experience what I experienced.
Yeah.
So
No, it
you got
really.
to be grateful for. You got to be grateful for in the moment.
Well, this guy, he, we have so many great fans at Rhode Island, and you're going to see it's really fun to play at a school where the fans are educated and understand the game and so passionate. And I got to know Stevie Studley very well. You could see right there in the picture how much that's our trophy we won in Atlantic 10. But he's already a big fan of yours. He doesn't like everyone. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, some of the quotes, we need for a long time someone that has range, can hit a jumper and keep the defense honest. So our playmakers, like, the players now, Ant and Ish.
Yeah, I've worked out with Anthony Harris.
Oh, great. When were you able to do that? No, he's really
Oh, yeah, when we came back down to Virginia, me and him were in the
okay.
gym. This was before I committed,
Oh,
but
okay.
so I was just talking to him. I was asking him questions like, "What do you think about this? Like, how's the living situation? How's the basketball? How's the workouts?" And it was
What do
all
you
good
think
stuff.
of him as a player? We're so excited about having him, and he has his high school was, and he has a lot of injuries at North Carolina. But tell us about Anthony. What are we going to expect from him coming in this year?
No, he's a he's a hell of a player. I mean, I had to guard him a few times. It's like his first step is like crazy. Like it's hard to recover from his first step, and his bounce is like you can tell he has bounce, but it's like really sneaky. Like sometimes he's just like probing the basketball just under the rim and just jumps up, dunks it. So he's obviously a great defender because I've seen him play like when he played at UNC, and then when he played back at high school, and then like when we work out at the gym, like
Hmm.
we play up and down, so it's like he's really locked in, and he likes to have fun playing. So
Really?
I I expect a lot of big things from him. I mean, he definitely can score the ball, but I can see him being a great facilitator and a defender. like a two-way player.
Yeah, yeah. We can't wait for him to get to Kingston. He hasn't been there yet, but when we hear that he's there, everyone's gonna go crazy because he's definitely a great recruit that we got, and a phenomenal high school player. He was recruited by just the best of the best.
Yeah.
And another thing that Stevie says is that you already have NBA range.
Yeah.
And then also one of the schools that we look at and we have trouble, and everyone has trouble with them. They're not the most athletic, and it's not, but they have guys that could shoot all the time. And we have more lately. We've had more athletic players and not such a good perimeter game. So he considers you a Davidson type of recruit, that you're a knockdown shooter. But he's not saying that you're not athletic and can't do more than that. But we needed it to get a recruit like that for the longest period of time. So those are just some of the things. The last thing he said, that if you were super quick, you would be a 5-star with the ability to shoot the ball. So you thought you were a 4-star. He thinks you're even going to be a 5-star. And then finally, why URI? And this had to be a big reason why Coach Archie. And I heard you talk about why you came to school there, and your interview and meeting with Coach Archie was a lot different than other coaches that I've heard. You were talking, he had an elaborate either presentation and analyzed your game, showed you analytics of previous players that played in the professional level at Dayton, and broke it down from 4 years as a freshman. You know, he's just finding ways to elevate the coaching and the recruiting process to another level. And the way you described it is just it's the reason why we're getting such great recruits. And when it comes down to Archie as the final decision and another head coach somewhere else, he's got a lot of big wins already.
Yeah,
but you
good at what he does.
Yeah, you had a really good a meeting with him, and I'm sure that was a big part of your decision too.
He's a great coach. He has a lot of history behind his name. So does Kenny, Coach Kenny. But it's, yeah, like you said it, like I said it, like quoted in my words. It made it pretty easy for me because he told me everything I wanted to hear, and like how I could progress as a player and a student, and like how I fit, like my fit in URI, because that's like, you choose a college because you fit there and you want to go there. So that's what gave me the green light to like commit to URI, you know.
Yeah, I mean, lots of coaches tell you what you want to hear, and they're telling you that, but they're just telling you that to get you to come to the school. He's telling you what you want to hear, but you believe him because he's just a straight shooter, I guess. I still haven't met him, and I'm just going by the same people are describing him the same way. So it's just a different thing. You want to hear it but it's coming from him. Here he is right there. And I'd be interested in your impression of his form, and why he was such an epic shooter, and probably the best shooter of all time at Rhode Island. Maybe you'll give him a run for the money. And you see how far this is, way before people shot the three so far. So how are you going to guard someone like that when you're?
It looks like he has good elevation and he gets his feet set.
Yeah,
because some shooters don't set their feet and they still make a shot.
Yeah,
but it looks like he kicks his legs forward.
That's right.
And he has a good flick, and his shot point is it looks one motion, so it's not like you shoot it like this, not like you sit there and then shoot. So
are you
one,
impressed with him for
yeah,
the few shots
I
he had?
mean, he's made it. Those are mostly all contested unless it was wide open. So shooting
Like you.
contested is already hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard enough to make a contested shot, but
In the tournament, all your shots were contested. Is that
yeah,
correct? In the DC premiere, and you still made the shots. And
yeah.
against Duke, they couldn't stop him. And
Mm-hmm.
and then they were putting two people on him, so he moved back about 3 feet. They came down to the last shot. He almost made it, and we almost beat Duke at the Cameron Stadium. So
my basketball journey has been amazing, filled with challenges, constant learning, and hard work. I've had a lot to overcome and have played with a chip on my shoulder. I want to thank God for blessing me and putting me in this position because I wouldn't be here without Him. But I also know that being blessed requires that I continue to work hard. I want to thank my family for always being there to support me and being there to lean on during hardships and struggles. I also want to thank my girl for being someone who motivates me to be the best version of myself as a basketball player and a man. On the basketball side, I've been blessed by great coaches, trainers, and teammates. I want to thank Coach Doug Dormal and the Prospect Youth family for pushing me for the last 2 years. I want to thank St. Stephen and St. Agnes staff, Coach Jones, Coach Dre, Coach Travis, Coach Isaac, and Coach Jeff for giving me the confidence and the ability to showcase my talents while still learning the game. I want to give a big thank you to MVM family, Chauncey, Jordan, Kenny for pushing me every day to be the best version of myself and putting in the effort to train early mornings and late nights. I want to thank Coach Show at UBT and Coach Mike Lewis at Ireton. I want to thank Coach Espo, Danis, Graver, John, and Schmidt at Putnam for allowing me to continue my basketball journey at Putnam and getting me ready for the next level. I also want to thank all the coaches who recruited me and came to my games. It has been a blessing getting to know so many great college coaches and learn from them. I have put a lot of thought in where I could play and where I could continue my development and thrive. That being said, I will be committing to the University of Rhode Island. Go Rhody Rams!
yeah, that's a great video that you have there, and you really kept us waiting. But we were worried, but it covered it really well. And I want to just tell the people who watch this video to put some questions in the comment section. I couldn't get to all the questions, to be honest with you. There's about 15. There's a huge response to this when I gave a preview of the fact that you're coming on. So please put your questions, and Connor, maybe you can go on the YouTube video and answer them in the comment section. Yeah. So,
and if they need if they need any questions answered, if they want to reach out through my Instagram or Twitter.
Oh, great.
Because my Twitter and Instagram, like kind of the same thing as Connor.Dubsky or Connor Dubsky. It's one or the other.
Oh, super.
So if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to send them to him or me. I'll be able to answer.
Well, like you said, I had a great time, and you had a really good time. I know where you're going now. You're going to work out, of course. That's what you do. But stay tuned, please, because we have some bonus coverage. We're going to show the rest of the great Jimmy Barron's tape. What do you think of Jimmy Barron? Are you going to overtake him as a shooter, or are you a little...
I'm going to try.
You're going to try. But you're in the game.
Try. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. And other than that, as always, Connor, it's always go Rhody. Thank you.
Go Rhody Rams.
Okay. We'll go at it now, and we'll be in touch. Good luck at Putnam.
All right, thank you.
Okay.